It's a pure form of democracy where we come together, debate resolutions, debate propositions, and decide as a union family how we're going to proceed in the next 4 years. You also come up and it's for us on the executive council, we come and give you a report card and tell you what our performance is, what's happened the last 4 years. And it's not done by accident that convention is right before the executive council's election. This union believes in democracy. We practice it at every end. Sometimes it's a detriment to our own efficiency, but we believe that's the way to go. And I want to tell you at this point, protect your democracy fiercely. There's an era of authoritarianism going around the world, and unions are not immune. I can tell you right now, unions are not immune. Your rights as a member are codified in the IAM Constitution. All you have to do is exercise. I very much view my role as working for you. I work for the membership. I don't work for International President Martinez or the Secretary Treasurer. I work for you. And that's the way I've done my whole career. I want to tell you about, how many of you were at the convention? Okay, so those of you that were there know that we passed a resolution about the Committee of the Future. And I want you to know that we are at a great analysis in our union right now. We're at a crossroads where we need to retool and think about the future. This is one facet of that effort. This Committee of the Future, I encourage you to attend these meetings. They're on the website. We want to hear from you. We want to make sure that your will is codified in those meetings. And it's all designed to come to the next convention, which is just around the corner. We've also engaged with the Purpose Institute. I don't know if you remember, Roy was there, gave a presentation. They're basically a marketing firm where we've engaged with them to try to up our image. Somebody's messing with the sound, I can see. Okay. I can hear an echo, that's why. So anyway, so we're at this effort with the Purpose Institute. We've engaged with them. We just had a session last week at the Executive Council in Washington, D.C. at Upper Marlboro. And, we've got a package of information that we put together. We're knee deep in that work, folks. And we're going to have some good stuff for you in the next 6 months. We're hoping by August at the Unity and Growth Conference, and we encourage you all to go, we're going to have something to show and roll out. That's our goal. And this is all intended to repackage our image, to be able to appeal to the younger demographic, to organize more people. There's no other important thing that we can do other than taking care of our current members. We have to take care of our current members. There's no doubt about that. We bring home the bacon. We do a good job. There are some problems at times, but we do a good job of bringing the bacon home. Our members at the airlines, a special welcome to you. The work they've been doing over the last year has been incredible in the airline industry. They have leapfrogged contract after contract. I've lost track who's at the top of the industry now. Can you help me? Who's the top now? United is the top of the industry. Just like we do in service contract, they've leapfrogged. They've had some outstanding contracts under the leadership of the new General Vice President, Rich Johnson. He's doing a fantastic job. We have a big organizing drive going over there. It's called the Delta Airlines Drive. And we're in cooperation with the Teamsters and the flight attendants. And we are going to get this employer under contract one way or another. I'm told that we're doing a good job. And we're going to get there. It may take some time, but it's unprecedented that we have this kind of cooperation between labor unions in that industry. In the past, we've had nothing but strife, whipsawing, trying to one up at each other. And now the Teamsters are right beside us. And the AFA is right beside us. And I'm told we're going to get that. Are we going to get them?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is, I want to talk to you about a little bit of organizing. So up to this point, we've organized 23. We've won 23 petitions, 23 units for a total of 242 members. 90% win rate. We've been doing a good job, and this brother right here, Rudy, is a new organizer from 725, and he is just lighting it up. Thank you, Rudy. So we have, the in-plant organizing is something that we can do better on. And we have the potential of picking up 15,000 new members in this territory alone. We can just put our nose to the grindstone and organize those people that are already under contract. Okay? 15,000 people. We've got 84 targets that we're working on right now for potential 5,300 members. We've got a lot of good organizing in the hopper. And it's a testament to all of you out there in the field. You're working your butts off and it's showing. And I do appreciate it. So wanted to, now for the question, okay? I want to be brief because I know you have a full agenda. But the question I have for all of you, and I want to hear from you, is the first question is, how do you think the IAM is doing in terms of its performance, providing service to you as our members? Who wants to go first? Well, I really do want to hear your. Man, we've got a bunch of shy people in here. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I think as a member on the floor, I don't know who the international is. All I see is my union rep sometimes, and I think that face-to-face is missing.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we've ID'd in these Purpose Institute's exercises. A lot of people don't know who the international is or who the officers are. They know their steward, they know their business rep, but they don't know the structure of the union and who we are. And that's a point well taken. Is there anybody else who'd like to offer? Yes, brother.
Recently we went to a transportation conference. I like the positive attitude that General Vice President Richie Johnson brought. I like the fact that he's taking on some tough challenges and he's succeeding. And in my opinion, we're doing extremely well.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'd like to say, in my 25 years of employment with the city of Long Beach, our district and our local has never been stronger. My body double, or his body double, I'm not sure. He's fantastic. One of his business reps here, super organizer. My local lodge president, she's getting national recognition. But it's still a challenge. Pandemic. We didn't get the face-to-face, so we got a lot of in-plant, if you will, organizing. The city of Long Beach is spread out a lot of places, so it's hard. And we only have 3 business reps for all these different locations. The stewards are getting more connected. We've got a lot of new members building that succession. So it's constant, but it's vastly improved. Teaching members who the union is, the local, the district, the Western Territory, let alone the Grand Lodge, they're challenges, but we're doing it.
I echo your sentiments, brother. I can remember in the past where we've been nothing but a train wreck in 1930. No offense, but it's been a train wreck. And now we've got our act together. We're playing in politics. They know who we are.
Yes.
And it's all a testament to the leadership of Sal Vasquez and that guy, that young man next to you, and Natalie and everybody else. You guys have been doing a wonderful job, and we appreciate it. Anybody else want? Yes, brother.
I heard you say in-plant organizing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's interesting. I'd like to hear more about that.
So we have instances around the territory and in the federal government where we cannot negotiate a union security clause to make people pay their fair share. So human nature as it is, some people that don't have a lot of honor, we're going to ride a free ride on somebody else's back. I mean, it costs money to represent people. Believe me, I wish we could do it for free, but we can't. This is not the society we live in. So it's a matter of going to these folks, educating them about what the union does. A lot of folks don't understand that we're the ones that bring their wages to them, their raises, their insurance, and all this. Many times they've never been asked. And, we've got to just engage with them, go out and say, these are the benefits of the union. We want to make sure that you understand that, and we're asking you to join our team. So if we do that in an effective manner, and the study shows that if we just pay attention to it, we're gonna move the needle there. 15,000 more members we could pick up right now. I mean, that's 100%, batting average, but that's probably unrealistic, but we could do a lot better than we are. Right to work states is another place where you can't have a union security clause. California is a bastion of liberalism. You can do a union security clause here, which is a good thing. Anybody else? Yes, brother. Go ahead.
I would like to add to that. I think that's right on target. I know over here where we're dealing with is this internal bashing thing. Anything divided against itself will not stand. We really need to work on it.
Amen, brother. Amen. Somebody had their hand back there. Go ahead, sister.
So first of all, I'd like to thank the IAM because the IAM has been really, really strong with Alaska Airlines from 2019 to 2023. We had an increase of almost $8. That's our raise from 2019 to 2023. And it's because of the IAM and also the leaders. Richie Johnson, Edison Fraser, Joe Martinez, our president, and you also, everyone that's part of the whole IAM, we are really appreciated. The one thing that is with shop stewards, it's the lack of shop stewards.
Yes.
We need more educators to teach the shop stewards because we only have like one training a class a year for one person to come out and train.
Okay.
So if we do have more that want to join, they have to wait till the following year. So we need more educators so we can have more shop stewards trained. In order for a shop steward to go in with the employee, they need to know what they're doing. And that's the lack. We don't have the lack of education for the new shop stewards. So for me, for what I want to see for our IAM, we have so many new hires. Alaska Airlines just hired 16 more new hires. It's just we don't have enough shop stewards to tell them about the IAM. So for Chief Shop Steward, I run this whole Southern California, over 600 employees under my belt. Wow. So I'm by myself, but I'm run thin. I'm going to different stations. I have Palm Springs, Orange County, Ontario, Burbank. I have 5 stations and LAX, over 600 employees. So what I need from the IAM, I need help.
Got it.
Yeah, I need help to teach the next generation, which is the new employees, to learn what the IAM is about.
Well, sister, my profound thanks to you for providing that representation. You're probably a volunteer, aren't you?
24/7.
Yeah, you're a volunteer, so you're the kind of person that this union has been built on. And I really do appreciate it. It's a point well taken. And I can tell I've been going to conventions since 1984. All right, it's a long time. I'm an older guy. I'm not an old guy. I'm an older guy. And I can tell you that at every convention we've had a fight on the floor about the participation from the airlines. First it was telephonically. They wanted to participate telephonically. Then the computer age came in. They wanted to do it by Zoom back then. This convention, we finally came to terms with the fact that we're in a new century, and we have to change our methods. So I think this electronic means of communication, having localized meetings and education sessions, I think is going to be a great boon for us. I mean, in our territory right now, our educator, Melissa Morgan, I keep trying to say Campbell, she got married a couple years ago. She does almost all of her training online. We can get a lot more people that way, and my chief of staff is taking that down, and I'll make sure to communicate that to Brother Rich. Thank you. Brother, back there.
So for our local, we're doing good. Anytime we need anything and we have to ask the lodge for it's okay, they always do, so we're good on
Sorry,
that.
brother, you gotta speak up. There's somebody having a party.
So
back there.
as far as the going remote though, since you guys passed that, we've because my local's about an hour away from where I live, we've been able to go remote. Our business rep comes down, we set up a 360 camera, so we're able to get our the guys from Klamath Falls and the guys from Lee together. It used to be these guys would have to give up their Saturday to travel over there, so now we're using that. We're still getting the numbers up. The one problem we're having, and it's more internal, is there's this new generation of worker, they just really don't care. Not only about not the union, but not even the job or anything like that. So we have a constant revolving door of people just coming in. So that's our struggle right now is where do you,
You're so
how do you
right,
make
brother.
these kids care?
These
They
this
don't.
new generation is, they have a different mindset, and we have to deal with it some way or another, get through it. But I'm glad that you're having a good experience with the electronic meeting stuff. We're also doing contract votes by electronic means as well.
Yeah.
And that's helping a lot. We're getting more participation. In the old days, for you young folks in here, I can tell you, that was like a sin to even talk about. It was like, I brought it up one time at a council meeting, and I almost got thrown out of the window. It was like, don't you understand the security and this and that? And, I go to local lodge meetings, and I'll watch the people, and the younger people in the crowd, and as soon as that financial report comes out, or those minutes, they just zone out. They don't want to hear about how much we pay for our lights or for our water. Hey, they want to know about grievances, and they want to know about contract negotiations, the stuff that matters, right? That's been my experience. Okay, Jay, you had your hand up.
Local Lodge 2024.
Please speak up.
Local Lodge 2024. President, time to reach everything. All I want to say is IAM has been great to me. It's a strong organization. They represent us. I've been through strikes, and GVP's been there for us. And whenever IAM is called, they are there. They don't shy and take no share from nobody.
That's right. They don't call us the
I
fighting
really
machinists.
appreciate
Thank you, brother. They don't call us the fighting machinists for nothing. But let me tell you a little something. Some of the research that's been done, they're telling us, these consultants we're talking to are telling us that the name, the fighting machinist, has a bad connotation in the public. So we're looking at, doing some things around IAM. We have a great name. IAM Healthcare, IAM Aerospace, IAM Airlines. We're trying to go to that way. So, anybody else want to share? All right. Well, I appreciate it. If you want to say something to me in private, my email is gallen@imaw.org. A couple of other things, and I'm going to close. We lost a good unionist here not too long ago. We just did a moment of silence for Wayne Irie. Been a member for 47 and a half years, and the brother would give of himself just selflessly. He would come out to anything that we needed. Him and Joe Riley. You guys remember Joe Riley? He passed as well. They'd come out to everything, and they'd raise all kinds of help. And he got hit by a car. And, going to serve somebody else. And, so he did a really good job for us, and I just want to. We got him his 50-year card. He was 3 years short of it. Brother Kendall helped us get that, and now I understand it's hanging proudly in the 1125 hall, right?
We're working towards that.
We're working towards it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing I want to tell you, how many veterans in the room? Okay, I want to first of all thank you for your service to our great country, and I want to tell you about an initiative that we're doing at the harbor. It's a memorial for all of the armed services, including Canada, and it's going to be a beautiful memorial that we're going to have right outside of the steps of Plaza Harbor. We're fundraising for that right now. We're asking locals everywhere to contribute. We just had a fundraiser last week at the International President's Golf Tournament, raised $150,000. And so if you can see your way clear in your local lodges to put a motion to contribute to that, we'd be profoundly appreciative, okay? The last thing I leave you with is one of the items we debated last week at the council meeting was this presidential endorsement, okay? We are the only union that I know of in all of North America that did a poll of their members asking what their preference was for president. It's the first time it's ever been done. And we called it right. The right guy won that our members told us to endorse. We're going to engage in that process again. We want as much input as we can. It's online. It just came out on the iMail yesterday. Please register and let your voice be heard. I'm a 44-year member of this great union. And I've been to all kinds of endorsement meetings through those 44 years. And we've been wrong every single time until this last time when we asked our members. It's the first time we picked a winner, folks. So, we need to know what you think, and that's the way we're going to go. I won't get into the whole political thing because I think it's just a mess. Money is taking over our politics. We need to get ready for next year, folks. We have a Donnybrook on our hands. The Senate map sucks. We could end up losing 3 to 6 seats. I know Lauren will probably talk about that a little bit later. President, I mean, I don't have to tell you, this guy, Biden, he may be old, he may be slow, he may not talk as well as he'd like him to, but he's the best labor president that we have ever had in my career, for sure. So with that, I thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate yes, brother, go ahead.
As far as the Veterans Memorial,
Go ahead,
as far as
speak.
the Veterans Memorial, would you send us a notice?
Sure.
Because
We'll put a note out.
I'll try to remember, but if my recording secretary doesn't get a piece of paper, it kind of gets lost.
Yeah, I'll send something out to the whole pair. That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions, comments, confessions? Okay. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and thank you for all you do for our great union. Appreciate it.